Thank you for being here with us this morning.
Yeah.
So you've been assistant coach under Coach Phillips for a while now. How do you think you're going to kind of transition into being a head coach?
Well, I think, Coach Phillips has been a great leader for this program for 10 years, and being at the school since it opened, he has a really good insight on, how this program was run and the things that were done when the school opened to make sure that we had success in, not only football, but all the sports. Mm-hmm. So I think I've got to take the lessons that he taught and then, a lot of the lessons from the previous coaches I've worked for, and try to implement them and make the team my team, but definitely building off of what Coach Phillips established.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned some of the lessons you've learned. What are some of those lessons that you learned from Coach Phillips?
Coach Phillips is like I said, he's a good leader. He focuses on, mentoring these kids into using, respect, being resourceful, being resilient, fighting through adversity. And those are the things he harps on every day with those kids. And I think that's, one of the things that we do really good is we get everything out of these kids that we step out on the field with. And I think it's because of the lessons he preaches every day.
Mm-hmm. And how are you going to really change the team when you become head coach?
I think more of the idea is to keep things going in the same direction. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I've got my own thoughts on things as far as like our community relationships and our elementary school relationships and building a relationship with the middle school, trying to be involved more with the feeder patterns, basically give back to the community that gives us so much. They give us everything you see around here as a direct result of the parents and the community we live in. But as far as the football side, I think the idea is to keep it running in the same manner that it was before, which that's why I think an internal coach got hired in this, because it wasn't you need to completely change the football program. It's that we need to keep it going on the same trajectory that it's been on for years.
And did you know you're going to be announced head coach?
About a week and a half ago. I guess it's been the worst kept secret in the school for about a week and a half. But yeah, nothing was really official until Monday at the board meeting. So, you kind of had to stay tight-lipped for a little while until it was official.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned involving more the community and stuff like that. What are some things you're planning on doing to further involve the feeder patterns and just the community in general?
Well, I think we've gotten a little bit better in the last couple of years as far as doing like Fist Bump Friday, things in the mornings with the elementary school kids. Those, theoretically, those fifth graders they could be playing for us in 4 years, and that's really not a very long time. So, just putting our kids out in front of those kids, trying to work into reading programs with the elementary schools in the morning. There's multiple community service groups around here that, I think football has enough players to set up our own events, and that may be just going and helping families that, someone's sick in the family, they can't take care of the yard, there's little things around the house. I think we have enough manpower to take on a couple of those things on our own and, just give back to the people around.
Oh, and what are a few things that you think that are just naturally going to change as Coach Phillips leaves the team?
Well, I think, there's going to be a few coaching changes here or there. We're going to have to hire a few new coaches, but I think that's a process with any head coaching change. There's going to be some turnover in the coaching staff. There's going to be a different voice in the weight room. But I think the core values of the team continue to stay the same, no matter who we bring in, because I think it's essential to what we've done and what we've done for 27 years here. And, there's no reason to change that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something else I wanted to ask is just, you guys have such a great relationship. Like, you guys build so much, not only during the season but before the season. Are you going to continue doing a lot of the same preseason stuff? Are you going to add on to that?
Yeah, without a doubt. Right now, so late in this process, I think we're going to just continue the things we've done before, whether that's mat drills, all our summer workouts, having our 7-on-7 league that shows up here, and the more times we can get our kids around each other, and the more continuity we build with these kids, and that's the plan, just to keep everything going the same way it has
And what are some other things you're focusing on, just really trying to harp on, other than what Coach Phillips has already built? What are some things that you specifically want to harp on?
I think, intensity in games. Our kids in speeding up practicing at a game type situation. I'm very passionate on Friday nights and when I coach, and I have a certain edge about me, and my kids play the way that I coach. And I think now being in a smaller pod, coaching safeties and corners over the last couple years, or 9-10 years since I've been here, I think your players become the coach or your head coach or your position coach. And I think my job is to get these players to all play with the same passion and intensity that I carry into a Friday night or carry into a practice, to get the most out of these kids every Friday.
That's all I have. Anything else you want to add on?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being with us.
This has been editor Crista Alarcon
And staff editor Jessica Doyle
on this week's episode of Coach's Corner. Please be sure to follow us on social media at SMHS Prowler.
and check out all your Starr high school news at theprowlernews.org.